All right. Afternoon, everybody. Glad to be here. Had off yesterday. We're going to talk about that man, the thumbnail. But before we do, what a goddamn performances by Josh Allen and Jaden Daniels last night. All I saw in the Buffalo game is all I needed to see. I saw the last touchdown to make it 34-3 at halftime, totally destroying the gutless and lifeless Jaguars. And I told you when Javon Holland stripped that football from us at Jacksonville is done. They're done. Jaden Daniels last night put on such a show that the DB from the Bengals who was talking all that smack about him as a college offense because of our boy used to be at Texas Tech and the Cardinals, that Jaden Daniels shut him up. It was so great last night for Jaden Daniels that um, um, what's our boy? Jamar Chase said this kid is so effing good. Quote, okay? Those two quarterbacks will get 2 of 7 game balls later tonight when we do the aftermath. Congratulations to them. Let's get to this man right here. Uh, what can you say? What's up, Don Philly? Good to see you, family. Good to see you, man. Say what's up to Don Philly. Don Philly in the building. Say what's up to our boy. I know you like that gutsy win the Eagles pulled out on Sunday in New Orleans. Boy, you don't hear much about the Saints no more, do you? You really don't hear anything about the New Orleans Saints anymore. Jeez, I wonder why. Okay. What a job by Philly. I'll get to that game with Don Philly in the building. What a gut, honestly, what a gut check win for the Eagles on Sunday. They're about to go to 1-2, and they pulled that bad boy out down there. Philly, Bill, what's up, our boy? Don Philly, the Bull, 215. Say what's up to our brother. What a job by Philly on Sunday. Wow, what a job by Philly on Sunday. Woo! Gut check. They go to Tampa now, and I hope Philadelphia, and I think they do. They have the revenge mindset for the playoff game last year. Don Philly in the building, everybody. Ooh, boy. Let's get back to like I was saying. Yeah, you almost lost, fam, but you pulled it out. That shows some character. Let me add to that. If you don't know the scenario, folks, with Nick Sirianni, it's not looking good for Nick Sirianni right now. It's really not. Players don't respect him. You could tell he's lost control. Players playing in spite of him. But the 2-1. And I picked Eagles for the Super Bowl, so I'm going to stick with it for now. Okay. Right now, if you told me who's the most valuable player in the NFL, the white man will tell you Josh Allen. I'm gonna tell you right now, it is definitely Saquon Barkley. Definitely a gut check win for the Eagles on Sunday. I was gonna get to that, but since Don is in here, we got to. You almost lost, but you pulled it out. And the beautiful thing was you pulled it out late in the game. That's the way it should be. Philly 2 when they go to Tampa. New Orleans goes to Atlanta. What's up, Sean? What else we got? What it do, family? I gotta look at that baseball scoreboard and see what's happening. I know Atlanta and the Mets, Yankees and Orioles. That's one game you should take is the Yankees. Take the Yankees. Take the Yankees. Dodgers, Padres. I would take the Padres. Yeah, they do, man. Because baseball's hard, man. I hate to say that. It's hard. Big money show in the building. We talk about this, man. That's in the thumbnail. What a goddamn job. I'll give you the picks in the NFL in a second. What a goddamn job by Andy Dalton on Sunday. Isn't it amazing that a 14-year veteran comes in to start the game and you go to Las Vegas and get your best win of the year? You're going to win 5 games now that Dalton's at your quarterback. You'll win 5, that's it. Then you have a decision to make. Okay, you really want Shedeur Sanders? You want Cam Ward? You want the kid from Georgia? You got a decision to make, bro. Quinn Ewers. You can pull up if you want, Sean. If that's what you want, that's what's there for you. Keep Dalton as backup. Don't make the same mistake the Dolphins have made forever. And I'll save the Dolphins for. I'm going to kill the Dolphins tomorrow night. We celebrate Mercury Morris's his passing. We'll do that tomorrow night show, 9:15 Eastern. I'm going to give Mr. Miami some time to watch his wrestling. The Texans screwed up Vegas Raiders. Tampa Bay screwed up my parlay. Let me give this young man a nice parlay for him to play. Okay? Let me do this while I'm talking to you. So Dalton had the Fountain of Youth, the Red Rifle, and Carolina Panthers look like a whole different football team. And they played like it. Now, part of it is the Raiders quit, as Antonio Pierce said, but the players made a business. You think Huntley starts Monday night? Okay. I don't know who starts. I really don't. But don't forget, on the other side, Tennessee is looking at you as a win too, their first win of the year. So that is going to be a tougher game. I don't know what to think of that game. I really don't. Dalton did his thing, and give Carolina a lot of credit, folks. They look like a real football team out there for once. Dave Canales, the hell with the owner. Dave Canales, congratulations. And for a week, the Carolina Panther fans could take those bags off their heads. So I'm typing this. So Carolina made the move. And it paid off. Now that team feels so energized. Congratulations to Andy Dalton, and he'll get the number one game ball later tonight when I come back for the night show. I'm trying to get Sean one more pick so he can feel good about his picks. I'm doing that right now as we speak. So, Cleveland loses again. They made Daniel Jones look like Joe Montana out there. And this Malik Neighbors looks not good, folks. Looks dominant. Dominant. And that combination is getting better and better each week. It may save Daniel Jones's career. Big win for the football team. You know what I'm saying? So the Browns, Stefanski is on the chopping block. What do they do with Deshaun Watson? I don't know what the hell's happening in Cleveland. They need Nick Chubb now. Now. You hear me? Wow. Browns are falling. Hmm. Someone in the chat put who's the starting quarterback for the Vikings right now? Please do me that favor. As my mind goes blank. Sean thinks Huntley starts Monday night. Dallas again, folks. I don't know what has happened in Arlington with the Cowboys, but I can't explain it. I don't know. I really don't know what has happened to the Browns. Every time you get excited about them, they make you fall on their face. Like they it's pathetic. All right, Mahomes did it again. This time it was the defense and the safety who made the game-winning tackle, stopping Robinson from the Falcons on fourth and about a half a yard, and they stuffed them, and the Chiefs escaped. They go to 3-0, and Atlanta goes to 1-2. They got their arch rival Saints coming to town on Sunday. This is just your typical Atlanta. I try to tell you people that, you know. And wherever Kirk Cousins go, wherever he goes, this is what you get. People keep trying to give him chance after chance after chance, and he always flops. KC goes to the Chargers. Herbert's not going to play Sunday, and like I said, Atlanta goes home to play their arch rival Saints. Let me do Seattle real quick with Miami. Forget the score of the game, folks. You're beginning to see the evolution of the Legion of Boom 4.0 in Seattle. They just bullied the Dolphins off the field, punished them physically this past Sunday up in Seattle. We're going to be in Detroit next Monday night. I'm off on Sunday. I'll just give you uh, the weather, the announcers, the point spreads, and what a game we got Monday night. Seattle and the Lions. They got a rivalry brewing between these two teams, and this game comes down to can they block Aiden Hutchinson for Geno Smith, because I think Geno is really inconsistent. But that'll be our game Monday night. I'm off Sunday for the first time ever doing this. None of the games really interest me. You know what I'm saying? If I do come on, I'll be on at 12:30 Sunday for the pregame, and I'll be on at 7:20 for the postgame, and I'll bring the guys up and we'll talk some Baltimore and Buffalo. That's going to be your Sunday night game. Should be pretty good. Game is in Baltimore, so it should be interesting. Dallas again falls on their face. It made a late rally to show some guts, but again, like I said, they fell on their face. And what are you gonna do? Uh, Dallas goes to 1-2. They'll go to the Meadowlands Thursday night for your Thursday night game, Dallas and the Giants. That would be very interesting because the explosiveness of Malik Neighbors that gives the Giants a different element. And Baltimore, like I said, go play Buffalo. Uh, the Vikings, led by Sam Donald, they're rolling right now. Brian Flores with the exotic defenses. We'll talk about Brian on Friday night. He'll be our focus on straight football since the games suck. What you got? You got Baltimore against Buffalo. You got Detroit and Seattle. Jordan Love coming back. We'll see Jordan Love next Sunday. That will be our doubleheader game. Houston, Buffalo at Houston. So early game up here. Your late game is Jordan Love against Matthew Stafford, two of the best talented quarterbacks on the planet. Okay, I'll talk about the other one in a minute. Uh, Minnesota's looking good, folks, and I say if Donald gives them anything, they can make a run at the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna stand by it. But we got plenty of more to see. Let's see where the Vikings are by Thanksgiving. All these teams, let's see what they are. Donald 9 touchdowns this year, 1 pick, and they're rolling right now. Minnesota's rolling right now. Just rolling. They'll be in Lambeau, and Houston, where his defense has put the fear of God of a very shooken, and I mean shooken, C.J. Stroud. They go home to play the Jaguars. Through the Texans, they were horrible. Absolutely horrible. Like I said, Seattle. We'll see them uh, next Monday night against the Lions. That's where our next broadcast will be from. 8:15 kickoff. I'll be on the air at 8 o'clock for that game Monday night. Seattle again. Just bullying the Dolphins around the field, and they're coming, folks. And the best thing about this young group, and it's a very young group of defenders, they got a brutal schedule. So they got to be on their P's and Q's all year round. So give Montgomery all the credit in the world. And they go to Detroit, and Miami goes home to play Tennessee. Uh, Green Bay and Tennessee, what we want to say? Malik Willis looked great again, and he showed a lot of class by not rubbing it in as a revenge game. Against the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee got all the weapons in the world. The defense is playing well. Levis, this every chance he gets, he ups up. Tennessee will be in Miami. Green Bay will host Minnesota. Jets, everybody went overboard. They forgot that they was playing New England. And don't worry about it. We're going to see a lot about the Jets these next 8 weeks. If they're 6-5, they effed up. If they're 7-4, 8-3, they're right on course for a big playoffs push. I'll give them that. I don't have to talk the rest about this game. Jets home for the Broncos. They should whip that ass. And New England is in San Francisco. Good luck with that. Tampa laid a big egg against Bo Nix and the Broncos. A very emotional Sean Payton in the locker room. And Denver just didn't show up. They didn't show up. And I dare say Tampa didn't show up. And that's sad. Denver's defense was hitting out there. And it's a disappointment if the Buccaneers could have had a 3-0 record. And instead, I believe you in Atlanta next Thursday night. Eagles come to town for you, Tampa. I forgot where Denver goes. I'll find out. Steelers playing old school Steelers football on Sunday. Steelers took care of business the way they always do. As Justin Fields played efficient football, Steelers had to remind Jim Harbaugh this is not the Big Ten. This is the AFC, and Pittsburgh has put themselves in great position for now. Remember, like Seattle, Pittsburgh's schedule is a landmine. Second half of the year, Chiefs, Texans, Eagles, their division, last 9 games. Good luck with that. Plus Dallas and the Jets coming up for the next couple of home games. Good luck with that, Steelman. They're in Indy. Chargers are playing without Justin Herbert against the uh, uh, Chiefs. By the way, the Miami Tennessee game, Tim Boyle or Huntley will start for them. The Dolphins are just a mess. We'll do them tomorrow. And we'll save the Dolphins for tomorrow night. It's going to be all about the Dolphins tomorrow night up here. So it should be good. Colts and Bears. Colts defense has showed up. They played well these 3 games. Their first 3 games. This by Anthony Richardson is such an inconsistent. I mean, this guy to me, at least Bryce Young has a deficiency when it comes to NFL. He can't see over big 6'5", 6'6" offensive line. This guy's 6'5", and you get a couple of bombs here and there. The rest he's shit. And Bargoff has got the nerve to tell me that this clown revolution. This guy was mediocre in college. Are you effing kidding me? I don't care about a player's family. Can the player perform on the field? Yes or no? That's what I care about. Can he perform? Can he win me football games? Yes, all right. Now we'll take a good look at it. No, I don't know you. I don't know. Let me get Sean a third pick. You know what I'm saying? Bears play the Rams in Chicago. Indy's hosting the Steelers. Trying to get all these games tomorrow. I mean, from this past Sunday, off the top of my head. And, who else we got? I guess the last game we can review was the best game of the day. Let me tell you something right now. And I used to be one of these guys. After what I saw Sunday, Brock Purdy is an elite quarterback. That's right, you heard me. Brock Purdy is elite. He's elite. What a effing performance Brock Purdy put on Sunday. Without Debo, without Christian McCaffrey, without George Kittle. This kid's a baller, folks. And like him or not, Sam Darnold's good now because he said he's never seen a quarterback compare like Brock. We'll get Sean a third game. That's why I'm looking up here. Since Sean his picks, I hope he plays them. If you're listening, Sean, your picks are in the chat. What a game Sunday. San Francisco up 24 to 10. And then here comes Matthew Stafford riding on the horse to save the day. This is going to be one of the most memorable 49er Ram games to Ram fans in their history. Stafford saves the day. (27-24) for Frisco. Give Stafford a lot of credit. Give Purdy a lot of credit. Like I said, no CMC, no Kittle, no Debo, and he looked like a fucking 10-year-old pro. Wow. And this is why we love the game of football. Frisco home for New England Rams are in Soldier Field against the Bears on Sunday. Bengals are at Carolina. I saw where they're going this week. The Washington football team is at Arizona to take on Kyler Murray. That should be a fun game. Jaden Daniels against Kyler Murray. That should be fun on Sunday. That should be a fun game. I'm pretty sure the Redskins went straight out to Arizona. And that's the offensive coordinator's revenge game against Kyler Murray. So Sean got his picks. And there you go. Big pennant races games tonight. Let me take a look at the schedule. We'll be out of here, folks, at in about a half hour. Then I'll see you tonight. I'm gonna go have me some baby back ribs and enjoy my lunch. Let's take a look at the pennant races, the games tonight. It's going to be interesting. Detroit right now is tied with Kansas City for that fifth playoff spot and a game ahead of the Twins. In other words, one of those three teams is not going to make the playoffs. The other two will. That's how bad baseball is. And I can tell you something right now. I don't know who's going to finish fifth to play the Orioles, but Houston against the sixth place team, Houston's going to beat that team. But then you're going to have a war between the Indians and you know them as the Guardians, the Indians and the Astros. That's the series I'll be covering up here. And that will begin in Jacobs Field. All right, Brewers and Pirates mean nothing. Phillies and Cubs tonight. Phillies celebrated wildly last night. Deserved that. Picked the Phillies and Astros to be in the World Series back in spring training. Indians are playing two with the Reds, and then they'll host the Astros. I think both teams will just feel each other out, won't play hard. They'll probably play the minor leagues. KC's in Washington. C.J. Abrams suspended for going to the casino all night. Baltimore and the Yankees, but it's too late. Yankees win the division, they win tonight. And the Yankees will clinch. Let me see. Where's the Indians? Yankees and Indians are battling for home field. Mets and Braves. Mets are up by 2. What a job. I can't stand the scumbags. But what a job. What a job by the fucking Mets, man. I can't stand these bastards, right? And they're doing it without Lindor. That's even more impressive. If they just win one of these, all the Mets have to do is win 2 games this week. They make it. That's it. 2 games. And they'll be the last wild card. Braves, you did this to yourselves. Miami's at Minnesota. Minnesota needs to sweep the Marlins. Houston's at Seattle. Seattle has an outside chance, but I don't think they're going to get in. St. Louis at Colorado. St. Louis know what they got to do. Frisco, who has been playing tremendously, they're in Arizona. Texas is at Oakland, who cares? And the Padres and the Dodgers. I'll be watching that behind me later tonight. That game should be at 9:40. Did they push that game to 10 something? Let me see something. Where's the Padres at? Let me see if they moved that game to 10 o'clock for TV purposes. They probably did because the Yankees and Orioles are playing. Yeah, they moved all these games. Oh, it's in LA. That's why I forgot. Padres play at LA at Arizona. So the game is at 10:10 at Dodger Stadium tonight. Padres are going to make the playoff. I think, yeah, the Dodgers pulled away. So your doubleheader all this week is either the Mets or the Yankees early, Dodgers, Padres late, or um, San Francisco or Arizona. So that is your update, Pennant Race. NBA camps open up next week. If you care, you know I don't care about the NBA. NBA blows to me. I don't really care about it. And you take a look at next week's card. I'm not doing this week. This week sucks in the NFL. That's why I'll be on Monday night and not Sunday afternoon. Now our doubleheader next week is Buffalo at Houston. Stephon Diggs against the Bills. And our late game is Green Bay, is Love versus Stafford, the arm explosion in those two in that game. Both games. It's gonna be magnificent. But the Rams are over there. Hey, look what they did this past Sunday. So, wow. Next Thursday night, Tampa, Atlanta. Early next Sunday morning, not this Sunday, next Sunday morning is the Jets and the Vikings. That's going to be a great matchup wherever that game is played. Baltimore and Cincinnati, that's a good game. Bills and Texans, that's where we will be. Let's see who else. NFL. Uh, Cardinals 49ers will be interesting. Giants and Seahawks, but that game will be on behind me, but I won't be paying much attention to it. And Green Bay and the Rams, the whole country gets that game, except New York and Seattle. And then your night game is Dallas at Pittsburgh, and your Monday night game. Now, because of what happened to him Sunday, I think the luster has been taken off the Saints. They will be in Kansas City. So that is week 5, and the week 4 is horrible. Let's go back and do this week's games. This is the first Sunday ever I will not be on. Believe it or not, folks. Dallas Giants on Thursday night, any way you want. Saints in Atlanta be good. Vikings and Packers. Steelers and Colts, you want to hype it up again. Phillies at Tampa is real good. Washington and Arizona should be fun. And the only reason why the Chief game is none and void because Herbert's not going to play. And then you got the Bills and the Ravens. That should be interesting. Let's see can Buffalo go to 4-0. Let's see if the Ravens can even up their record. And then I'm skipping the Dolphin game. Monday night, this will be at next week. Seattle at Detroit. So maybe I shortchanged, to be fair. I shortchanged the this week's card. Okay. We got about 20 minutes to go. Go around some teams. I think the Saints really laid an egg on Sunday. I think that they got too full of themselves, and the Eagles knocked common sense back into them in their building. So, like I said, the luster is off the Saints. No one's going to care about the Saints as until they prove it again. But their schedule is tough. See, when you play a tough schedule, you can make up for a disappointing loss when people are so excited for you. While if Seattle beats Detroit and the Giants, they'll be 5-0 against San Francisco 2 weeks from Thursday night. And I don't think Geno's good enough to beat the Niners. That's my honest opinion. He's not good enough to beat the Niners. So that's on Geno. But I see the direction Seattle's going. And it's a pretty fascinating direction that they're going. if you ask me. You know, like I said, Seattle's building a juggernaut defensively. Or John Snyder's last two drafts. Pete Carroll was effing it up. And John Snyder said, let me get this old fool out of here and bring in a young guy who could coach this defense to new heights. So far, so good because they're beginning to bully teams. They go into Detroit and bully them. We're going to have a street fight next Sunday against the Giants, folks, because they don't like each other. Seattle has rivalries with every team in the NFC from the days of the Sean Alexander days and then more the Legion of Boom. So, Arizona, Detroit went in there and slapped them, brought them back to reality a little bit. Them against the Commanders should be fun on Sunday. If you like Kyler Murray versus Jaden Daniels, you're going to get your money's worth if you like that type of football game. Or the Rams are the Rams. They got a lot of injuries, them and the Niners, but they keep on moving, huh? That's why Sean McVay is one of the best coaches in football. What else do we have? What else do we have? Love is coming back this week. That will be interesting. I'll be watching that in my living room instead of doing this against the Vikings. I took the over, but I feel the Vikings will win the game. I think Love's got to brush up a little rust, and right now I just think Brian Flores is going to play some mind games with Jordan, and that will be fascinating to watch on Sunday. And I'll be up here Sunday night to go through the games, and and I'll recap the games on Monday. I'm looking forward to Seattle Detroit. I really am looking forward to that. You know, it'll be my third week in a row seeing Detroit. So, and the Bears, this Caleb Williams BS tried to tell you. People don't want to listen. They want to jump on the train. Nick Wright saying they're going to the Super Bowl. How stupid is that? How stupid is that? And then you wonder why I don't. There's only one talking head I listen to, Colin Cowherd. Other than him, I don't listen to none of these guys. You know what I do? I'm in my office doing work. I'm listening to TSN, listening to hockey coverage. What's going on? Speaking of that, what a night for the Flames. I mean, the young players are playing because they know that the new group of kids are coming up in 2 years. And there's a lot of that fan base that wants them to tank, get a couple more high draft picks this year, and see if they can do that draft magic again. Some fans want to be competitive because they don't want to be bored all winter long. But the Flames are looking good. I'll tell you who else is putting his foot down. It's Craig Berube. No more music at practices. Can you believe these fucking excuse me. Can you believe these damn Maple Leaf players are spoiled? They have a live DJ at practice. Are you kidding me? Glad Craig Berube's taking all that crap out of those players up there. Glad he's doing that. Good for Coach Berube. Don Sweeney still complaining, still mad. Moss had the line of the year talking about Cam Neely and I forgot the other guy was going to straighten him out. That was so funny when he said it on Friday. Thinking about other things, just off the top of my head. And a goalie is still not signed. He has to December 15th to sign. He doesn't sign that day, he can't play the whole year. I don't know what's going on in Boston. NBA, who cares? I'll see the NBA February 25th with an old classic Sacramento and the T-Wolves from Sacramento. I think Sacramento is going to be real good this year in the West. And yeah, my NBA final pick is the Knicks and the OKC Thunder. There you go. There you go. Knicks and OKC. Let me take a look at something. It'll be the first time in 50 years I'll be paying attention to the Knicks. I know people saying, damn, Mace, you live in New York, you don't care for these teams? No, I don't. The hockey teams are cool. I look at the hockey a lot. I get 3 games a night here. All right, according to Malika Andrews, um, Knicks center Mitchell Robinson will be out for a few weeks to begin the season. New York is sky high for the Knicks. They should be. Knicks open up against the Celtics. Then they play their rival that Friday night, the Indiana Pacers. Knicks and Spurs on Christmas Day. That'll be interesting. A lot of people high on Memphis. I thought that center looks pretty good. What's that? E? Looks pretty good. Canadian boy. Okay. What's up, DB? Your Buffalo. Oh, I know who this is. Buffalo. Buffalo Dan. Hey, Dan, what do you want me to say? They're playing great. They're playing great. Looking forward to next week, Dan, when you guys go to Houston to see Mr. Diggs. He sure is, man. Remember, Dan, I'm not a hater of Josh Allen. I like Josh Allen. The only thing I say about him is gotta beat the Chiefs when the money's on the line. And you had that done 3 years ago. To me, it was the most disastrous 13 seconds I've ever seen. And I will always blame Sean McDermott for it. Because like I always say about McDermott, scared he's scared to lose games. He is so conservative in a close game and he's winning. Thank you, Dan, for agreeing with me. Right now, folks, I like Saquon Barkley, but you cannot deny the awesome start that Josh Allen is on right now. All you Josh Allen haters, all of you out there, with the way the league is beginning, this may be his year. Let me tell you, if he's 5-1 at Baltimore, at Houston, at the Jets, if he's 5-1 in that stretch, Buffalo is going to begin to roll, folks. And like I said, when I talk about this division, as crazy as this may sound, the Patriots will be back next year. You put in May, you go out and get a T. Higgins. I think the Patriots going to spend some of that money. Go get Higgins, draft a receiver. That loss was not just. No, I didn't say it was. I blame McDermott. He's supposed to be the defensive mastermind, right, Don? Dan, he's supposed to be the defensive mastermind. If I was Pakula, I would have fired him right there. Leslie Frazier was the scapegoat. I would have fired McDermott right there. Right there. That is his expertise. I never blame Josh Allen for that loss. Never. That was all on defense and special teams. Again, about uh, Sean McDermott. Scared to lose in close games. I'm glad Dan agrees with me. I'm fair, bro. I don't say things because I'm biased. Buffalo should have been got this shit done. When I started this platform, Labor Day of 2020, my Super Bowl was the Bills and the Cowboys. The Cowboys was all banged up. They lost Prescott with that horrible ankle injury. And the Bills, to me, was the best team because I loved their defense. And I knew getting Diggs was going to help Josh Allen. I didn't know it was going to help him that much. Yes, true, bang. This Buffalo team has been good for a while, folks. The only good saving grace, Josh Allen is only 28 years old. That's the saving grace. And I remember draft night. Uh, I was on Sirius Radio. I said that's the best move Buffalo made. I knew Buffalo was angling the trade to get him because he was the only one in that draft that could play in cold weather and winds, playing in Wyoming. Yep, Dan is letting it be known in the chat about McDermott. Prevent BST. It's true, yeah. Horrible. Horrible. Bills would have won the Super Bowl, and this shit would have been over a long time ago for Josh. You have to blame Josh a little bit. Not for the Kansas City loss. Not for that loss. The one thing about Josh that uh, I think for him is that he gets measured against those quarterbacks in the AFC. You want to call it fair, unfair? It is what it is. But he is the one who ended the New England dynasty, and he's going to have a new rival in Drake May next. I'm telling you, New England is going to be scary next year, folks. Them and the Bills next year is back to the way it was 3 years ago. As far as Miami go, I'll talk about them tomorrow night. But if you want to go a little quick preview, the Dolphins are drowning, folks. And it's not because of Tua's concussions. What happened was they was exposed for everything I said about them all along. The talent's okay, nothing special. That so-called exciting offense is a gimmick because when they play good teams, that offense is nowhere to be found. And Josh Allen has figured out the code against the cover two. I saw it last night. He has found out the code. Now I hope Jordan Love looks at that Buffalo film and figure out the code like Josh Allen has against the cover two. The deep two safety zone. Because that shit exists. And it's real. Dan, pull up tonight, bro. I'm ready to go eat my dinner. Pull up tonight, bro. I'm gonna give out the game balls. And your boy Josh Allen is definitely getting a game ball. Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels will get game balls later tonight because they played absolutely spectacular. And so will Brock Purdy. Because I gave Stafford one, I'm going to give Brock Purdy one too. So I want to thank Buffalo Dan coming in here, agreeing with everything I said about the Bills. With the league down right now, there is no dominant team off to a great start, folks. Now, maybe if Green Bay wins Sunday and Love is beginning to warm up. But right now, folks, Buffalo is looking great. I'm going to bring this beautiful woman up here, and I'll be going off there once she pulls up. Out of here, me and her are going to talk off the air. I'll pull this sexy lady up. I am great, love. Yeah, I'm going to give Josh Allen a big salute tonight. 7:35 Eastern Time, Dan. I'm going to give the Bills their love. I'm going to wait for this beautiful lady to come up, talk to her off the air, and I will see you guys tonight at 7:35 Eastern Time for the aftermath and 7 game balls tonight, including Josh Allen. So I'm waiting for her to pull up, and then I will say goodbye. Don Philly, thank you. Mahogany, talk to you in a minute. And we will see you tonight, 7:35 tonight, everybody. You guys have a great day and get home safely from the plantation. Dan, see you tonight. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you. Loco came up to say hello.